Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing part 17 of my Q&A answers video segments. Yeah, we've done 17, 17 at this point. But we've got 1 week left, so I might be able to squeeze in one more. In this one, our first topic we'll be talking about is Andrew Lincoln actually shaving his head, seemingly, in terms of what rumors are floating around online. Is there any credibility to them? Let's talk about it, and also answering some more of your random questions. Let's do it. Alright, and just to let you guys know, those of you who subscribe, who follow the channel, I'm going to be doing my first giveaway. I haven't really done any giveaways recently. It's been a while because I'm so busy and stuff, but I was able to get some time off work for The Walking Dead Season 5 premiere, and to say thank you to you guys for subscribing and for watching. Since I'm about to pass 90,000 subscribers, I'm going to give away 5 copies of The Walking Dead Season 4 on either Blu-ray or DVD. So what I'll do is I'll just kind of order them online, put in your shipping address for it, and ship it to you directly. That'll be coming up for the premiere of Season 5. 5 copies for Season 5, Walking Dead Season 4. Or, I mean, if you want a different season, that's fine too. Or I could just send you $30 if you want that instead. But you got to have a PayPal for that. So what I'll do is when I do my actual review, I'll ask for it. You guys can just... what I'll do is probably ask for your favorite zombie kill of the episode of the premiere. And you can enter that in the comments. And I'll just go through randomly, totally random, select 5 people and do that for you guys. So that's something I'm looking at doing in the future quite a bit. So I figured I have some time. Might as well start it. So there's that coming up next week for the actual review itself. I'm so excited. I can't even contain myself, waiting for it for so long, so really excited. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into the different questions. So for this one, I'm not going to put the actual picture in my video of Andrew Lincoln because I don't want AMC to get mad at me, because I do know that they do watch some of my videos here and there. I'm positive they do. So if you guys want to see it, you can go ahead and click the link in the description for question number 1, which is a few people have asked me this, not just one person, so I didn't put any names, but to give my thoughts on Andrew Lincoln, Rick Grimes having his haircut, of course, shaved. He's wearing a hat to look all conspicuous and, try to blend it and everything. But it's a fan taken picture. I believe it's kind of a selfie, I guess. I think that's what the kids call it these days, a selfie. I'm not up with that kind of stuff. So check it out. It looks legit to me. It looks real, and it looks like Andrew Lincoln in the 5th season rather than the 1st season, because he actually does look a bit different from when it was, they first started 4 or 5 years ago now. So yeah, cool stuff. So I'm assuming, they're just wrapping up the filming. I'm pretty sure they would pretty much be done or just finishing filming for the season now, I would think, because it's starting, right? So if the season's starting, they got to be getting close to the end. So I'm guessing within the last couple episodes, maybe even the last episode, we'll see them at the Alexandria Safe Zone. And yeah, he'll cut the hair and shave the beard, I guess. So that's pretty cool. I mean, it's kind of, I know it's just something small. Oh, big deal, he cut his hair. I know what you mean. But, it's kind of one of those things where it shows the evolution. It shows kind of that cleansing and trying to come back down to normality, is that a word? Or normal, type society, when they finally have a chance to do that inside the Alexandria Safe Zone, or what seems like it. So that's cool, and it's a moment I remember from the comic books when we see him do that, and I think it's pretty cool, and I'm excited to see that too. I'm excited to see them kind of blend into the Alexandria Safe Zone, and I do think it's legit. So those are my thoughts on that. Going on from there, second question is from 948 Jojo, and he or she, Jojo, I don't know. Do you think they will kill off Carl when he gets too old for the role? Well, I think the TV series, because it's different, because it doesn't have to be exactly the same, it kind of breaks that mold or that idea that everything has to be just how it was in the comic book series. Bob Stuckey has to be a white guy. He can't be, African American. He can't be played by Lawrence Gillar Jr. All these other characters. The governor has to have long black hair and has to look exactly this way. The TV series doesn't have to be exactly the same. As we go through each season, yeah, Carl's going to get older. It's going to happen. The actor Chandler Riggs, who plays him, he's going to get older. You can already see it. He looks like he's a teenager now rather than just a little kid like he was in the the 1st season. So pretty cool stuff. And I'm sure that's going to continue, and maybe the story will be a bit different as a result. But no, I don't think they'd kill him off because he's you know, he doesn't look the way he did. No, he's a great character to have for longevity of the show. So after Andrew Lincoln, you know, has done 10, 15 seasons, if we get to that point, you know, it'd be good to have Chandler Riggs in there to have a career-defining role where he can literally make enough money to live on the rest of his life for doing like 10 or 20 seasons of The Walking Dead, and he can take over or somebody else can take over. So I don't think that's a worry at all. Next question is from 21 Melpamine, and here she asks, who do you think is absolutely the least expendable character? So, and then here she says Rick, Carl, Daryl, Judith, and why. So that's kind of a loaded question. That's a good one. Who do I think is least expendable? It depends exactly what you mean by that. Do you mean like who's the least likely for them to kill off? At this point, I would have to say it probably would be Rick, okay? Out of everybody at this point. Least expendable in terms of the group. If the group was real, which character would you want to have there the most? That's a bit of a tougher question. Definitely not Carl, definitely not Judith. If we open that up to any character, who's the most useful character? I'd say a leader like Rick, I think, would be probably the most useful. Or Daryl, because he's really become pretty great by himself as well, too, and he's tough as nails. So either Rick or Daryl, and I'll probably go with Daryl because we're used to seeing him in the lead, and he's really important. You can change the pawns, as the governor would say. You can lose some pawns and you can still win the game. Profound? I think so. Yeah. Right there. Love it. Still love the governor. Still great. I've been watching The Driver, which is on BBC. Maybe I'll review that. David Morrissey's in it. Oh, man, he's so good. He's such a great actor in the Driver. Check it out. It's online. You can watch it. Great series, man. It's only been 2 episodes so far, so you haven't missed much. It just started this season, called The Driver, David Morrissey. Check it out. Awesome stuff. Maybe I'll even review it. If you guys want to see that, write in the comments below. I'll do a review for it because it's incredible. But yeah, I'd say Rick is the most important at this point. Next question is from TheCheezCo, and here she asks, do you collect any of the Walking Dead vinyl figures? So he's asking like the Funko, like the big head with the round eyes, if any of you guys have seen them at comic book shops or whatever, for The Walking Dead. I don't personally collect them. They're a good price. They're only like $10 each, which is pretty good. And they're really cartoony looking and goofy. And they're kind of fun. They've got like a Rick. They've got Bicycle Girl, I think, and a lot of other zombies and Herschel and the whole bit. No, I don't personally collect them. They're kind of goofy for me, so I'm not really into goofy stuff. I do like the actual figures themselves, as you can see, of course, but I haven't gotten into those. But good question, though. I think they're cool. I think they're fun to look at. So they've got some other cool lines, too, like turtles with a shredder and different stuff, and they just look really silly. Look them up online if you guys want to know what we're talking about. Funko Walking Dead or Funko Turtles. Next question is from NegaSub, and here she asks, hey, Trev, nice name. Hey, Trev, just a thought to ponder. I know building times may not match yet, but what if Beth is already in Alexandria, and if she leaves and meets the group, will that impact how they are left or how they are let in? So her and her location, I won't spend too much time on this because we kind of talked about this a little bit in videos before, but you know, it doesn't look like Alexandria to me. Could it be the TV show's version of Alexandria? It's possible. It just doesn't look like it. It could be one of the other communities, or it could be a new location. My bet is it's entirely new location because they can add a lot of stuff into this season because they're out and about. They're out and about in the world. They're out there. You know, they could easily add in other groups, whereas when they're at the prison, it's not that easy to add in other groups because they're stationary at the prison. When they're on the road going all over the place, it's a lot more easy for them to add in other groups that they could run into, or you know, things like that. And I think that's what they're doing is they're adding in a new group, a new survivor group. So that's cool. So that's what I think they're doing. Could it be Alexandria? It could be. It just doesn't seem like it to me. Based on what we've seen from there so far, it's not a safe zone from what we can tell. Next question is, a few people have asked me my thoughts on the Paul Monroe Walking Dead figure, the Jesus figure. Again, link will be in the description for that one too, just like the Andrew Lincoln picture. Yeah, I think it's really cool they're getting to some of these other characters like Ezekiel and him and some of the others. I personally probably won't buy it because it's like $35 or $40, which is pretty expensive for a figure that's that big. But I do think it's pretty cool. I like how it's got different heads. I like the character is awesome character. And I hope it does well for them. I hope they can continue. I'll probably wait and see if when we get the character in the TV series, if they release a figure along with the TV series. So that would be cool. Next question is from Brian Hughes, and he says, "Hey Trev, could you give your thoughts on the Walking Dead TV show as an adaptation of the comics? We all know the show is great by itself, but how good of an adaptation do you really think it is?" Again, this is something I've kind of touched on in the past. The best, man, the best adaptation. Like, because when it first started, I was personally worried because I had read The Walking Dead up to date before the show even started, that I was worried it was not going to be a good interpretation. I'm so used to bad adaptations, bad translations of a comic book to something, and I was sure, I was positive it was going to suck, and it doesn't. It's awesome. It's actually even better than the comic book series if you consider how popular the cable TV show is, the ratings, the numbers, the results. They kind of prove that, you know, how good the TV show is. It kind of proves, based on the ratings, that this is not just some crappy adaptation or decent. This is an adaptation that, in my opinion, surpasses the original comic book series, and it's my favorite comic book series ever. But if it's comic book version versus TV version, the TV show for me is like the best media, not just comic book or TV. The best media. I've enjoyed it more than I've enjoyed anything else I've ever seen in terms of media. So comic books, movies, anything like that. The Walking Dead is the one I've spent the most time watching. It's the one I enjoy the most. It's the one I look forward to the most. It's the best, man. That and Game of Thrones and some other stuff like that. You know, some other awesome shows. There used to be some great ones. I used to love cartoons and stuff like X-Men in the 90s and that kind of stuff. But The Walking Dead, best ever. Best adaptation you could ask for. You could not ask for a better adaptation. You really couldn't. Compare it to some of the other stuff out there. Compare it to Smallville, okay? You want to talk adaptation? Oh my God, compare it to Smallville. Just think about that for a second. Superman and how great an icon of a comic book character he is, translated to Smallville on the small screen versus The Walking Dead. You know, now you get in the picture. Now, I'm not offending anybody who likes Smallville. If you do, that's fine. But yeah, is it as epic as the Superman comic books? No way. But the Walking Dead TV series is as epic or more than the comic book series. I'm sure when we get to see all the events go through over the seasons, pretty much everybody will agree on that. So incredible stuff. Yeah, definitely the TV series. So we'll go through a couple more and then we'll wrap it up. Let's see. We've got the Mind Commanders, and he asks, Trev, who do you think will be the first main character to die in Season 5? At this point, I'm going with either Bob or Sasha, and I'm going to go with Bob. Yeah, I don't know why. I just got this feeling. I mean, I've heard stuff. I haven't heard confirmation for sure he's dead, but I've heard some stuff here and there in comments, people talking, that kind of stuff, and not that my judgment's just based on that, but I think he's a character that you know, he's talking to Gareth in the trailer. He's got some exposure there. He's got some presence. So I could see them doing away with him because he's got some time in the show, and he's not, you know, one of our key, you know, inexpendable type characters. He's definitely expendable. So that's what I'm going to go with for that. And I guess we'll do last question here is from Grant Goins, and he says, which comic book character do you think will come into the TV show next, besides Pastor Gabriel and the other leaked characters? So aside from characters that we know of from the trailer. That's a good question. I'm probably going to have to go with, is it Aaron, the guy from Alexandria Safe Zone, who scouts to find people. I think it'll be him. I think it's Aaron. I haven't read that book for a while. I'll have to open that and read that again because I don't remember exactly. But I believe it's him. Probably him. Aside from Gabriel, the Hunters don't count. The Marauders, yeah, we already saw them and all that. Yeah, I think I'd have to go with him. Either him or, you know, new characters. I can't really think of anybody else. It'd be somebody from the Safe Zone. I don't know if Morgan would count. If he shows up, I wouldn't be too surprised, but I hope he does, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. So, yeah, that's a good amount of questions for this one. A couple of people asked me to go over the titles of the first 4 episodes because they have been released now. So I'll probably go ahead and do a video on that by itself because I can talk long enough about that to justify a whole video, and I don't like to do hour-long videos. It's most people don't watch them all the way through. So I think these videos are long enough as it is. So let me know what you guys think about all of that, all the questions that we went through. Post your answers in the comments below, what you think. Again, a lot of this is speculative, so there's no right or wrong. Nobody's smart or dumb or whatever. we're just having some fun talking here. So please be polite to each other, and let's have some good discussion. Let's have some fun. And like I said, heads up for my review of the premiere. I'll be giving away 5 copies of Walking Dead Season 4, or your choice, like I mentioned. So yeah, if you guys like this quick little video, please thumb it up below. If you want to help support the channel, please share it. Please favorite it. If you're new and you want to get these videos in your subscriber feed, feel free to subscribe. And yeah, that's it for this video, guys. See you for the next one tomorrow. It's Trev. As always, same peace.